Good evening, everyone. It's Tanya of CuteNCuddlyNursery. I am going to do some detailing on my green child that I've called it that. So this is how it looks so far. You can kind of see some green, dark green pattern I've put on. I've added color inside the mouth, inside the ears. I did strip this completely, which it didn't really have any color except around the eyes a little bit. I don't think the mouth had any. There was some painted hair on the top of the head as well as on the ears a little bit. Now this final is just too hard for me to root. It would be like impossible. So especially for the ears, they're even harder and they're solid. So I'm gonna do a repaint, and I wanted to take the eyes out, but I can't because this is super hard plastic and I'd have to drill it open more and whatnot. I was hoping I could get it, just pop this off, but it's glued. So I can't. Hold on, the dog wants in.
Patio door.
Come on. Okay. So anyhow, I want to go over the creases here because they've kind of disappeared since I added this darker green. And I don't mind the body too much. I have overstuffed it. There's hair in here. Ew. I have overstuffed the body a bit just so that the limbs don't touch the body at all when I paint. So the body, this is just the cheapo stuffing that it came with. So I'm gonna take all of that stuffing out and I'm gonna replace it with a pouch of glass beads that'll go in, and then my really soft stuffing as well. And he also has a voice box that goes inside, and it's just Velcros. So I'm going to put his voice box back in. And my little Yoda, this is 7 inches that I measured. So small, but he came with feet instead of like the bigger kit. Didn't come with feet. So anyhow, so you can see the green, dark green pattern that I've added to the hands, or the arms and the feet. And I haven't done anything with the bottoms of the feet or with the hands, and the nails also came just green. No, there was no paint on like the arms or the feet, or it was just green, like the bottom. That was it. And so I'm not really sure what I want to do. I might want to like paint in the creases as well. And anyway, so if anyone were interested in adopting this green creature, it is available on Etsy. Right now I have it up with just like sneak peek pictures. So of course once it's done, I'll go and do the photo shoot, and I'm gonna give the original outfit, and I'm thinking a little white, like the t-shirt onesies, so cute, and a diaper. So I picture him wearing a diaper and one of those little t-shirt onesies, and I think it'll be super cute. And I wanted to do a pacifier, but I think we'll have to Dremel open the bottom of the head. That hole's got to be bigger because I got to be able to get I used the 9x3mm magnets, so we wanted to get that in there for sure. So I have to mix up green because I don't have any green. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up, oops, paintbrush is stuck. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and mix up some green to my liking. I'm just going to use this spot here. Oh, and I guess I should say I'm using primary cyan. It's a nice like cobalt blue color. One of my favorite colors. I painted a golf cart in this color once for the college, and yeah, it turned out really nice. It had a mica flake in it as well, gave it that pearly color and stuff, even though that was the first car that I painted. Okay, so that green looks good already. What do you think? It's like a dark grass green or something, but I'm not sure if it's dark enough. I might add a touch of, oh, sorry, I didn't show what color this was. This is also primary yellow, and it's like a canary yellow, I guess. Bright yellow. Everybody's messaging me, I'm busy. Okay, so, oof, I was gonna say, if I can, we'll open this. This is Carbon Black that I'm using. Ooh, did I mix too much now? Ooh, I kind of like it. Okay, so let's put in, this is retarder. So, whoops, this will help it to not dry super fast on me. So I just want like a teensy drop. Well, bigger than that. I don't know if you can see that little drop on there, but just a little. And then I'm just gonna mix that in. Oh, I think this is actually good. It's kind of like, makes me think of Oscar the Grouch green. It's really dark. So I'm using an airbrush medium, but if you were to want to do the tutorial or follow along or whatever, or use these paints, buy the high flow medium. I think I accidentally, I don't know what I was thinking, but I got, which they feel the same, they act the same, so I just want to fill that up mostly with the thinning medium and mix it up. It's gotten a lot lighter now, of course. I might have to add a bit more. Okay, so let's see this guy. So hopefully I'm within frame. I was trying to check. Oops, I forgot to get my sponge ready. So I just have my regular catch-all sponge. And then I just kind of want to dab just to get the excess paint out and blend it. I think this is going to have to be darker. Let's see. I want to try that black again. Just a touch on the end there. It's kind of like a licorice color. Like not, it's like a, I don't know, it's more on the gray side than green now. It's kind of a gray green, which I think is okay. I was trying to find pictures of this guy so that I can, you know, get as close, like I like doing creases with like a pretty dry sponge, so I'm gonna wipe some of it off. But yeah, it's hard to find like accurate, nice pictures of this guy. Like the show is so dark, and then the images are dark. So I'm just kind of making him how I would like, basically. Oh, hold on, the dog wants back out. Alright, hurry up. Good thing he's a little guy. I've got the tripod right here at the door. So I'm not sure. I want the creases to show up though, because like I said, they don't really show up. And I did paint like the lip area darker as well, like a, you know, like you would with Reborn. Just because it is, you know, he's a baby. I don't know how old of a baby. This is a smaller Yoda. Like I said, I've seen some online, of course, and they're all like the 16-inch. This guy's only 7 inches, so I figure he's a baby. Like, smaller baby, young, fresher baby. So, that's why I'm painting him to be darker, I guess. I don't know. He was really light. Like, I'm gonna post pictures once I'm done. I don't know how to put pictures, like, on my video, like, through the editor. I don't think the editor I use does it. But I just think that would be so fun to see, like, before and after pictures side by side, because he did not look anything like this when I started. Like, he was the really light green, and yeah, so there's some little like creases down here. I need to upload some videos. I have a bunch that I've recorded, but then I talk too long or whatever, and then there's the videos get a little too long. And then I need to put them together because my camera only records half an hour. So I guess I should paint quicker. I don't know. Okay, I think he's looking really good. I really like this guy. I just wish it was like softer though. I would really like to have rooted a little bit of hair on top. I saw that Walmart here has a pre-order for the ones that I've seen people getting at like Target. And so I would kind of like to get one and try it out as well. I've seen people with cuddle bodies and stuff because they don't have the bottom feet. Well, quarter arms and then the no feet is what I've seen. So, although I did find there was somebody that I saw has feet that you can get for the kit on Etsy, so might order some of those just to see what that's like. Because I was thinking Baby Yodas for Christmas might be kind of cool. I don't know that I will take orders for them because I do want to make cuddle bodies or cuddle babies for Christmas, so I don't know. He's got a little bit of crease under his chin down here. So I'm trying to get the higher points to come off the coloring and leave the lower, so I'm not pushing the sponge in a whole lot because I don't want that, of course, because I want to leave behind that color. And I don't know if I mentioned, I made my Yoda darker than like what he's supposed to be. I just really like the darker color. I think the older Yoda, if I remember correctly, is the darker color, so. And I like the darker. So mine is the darker shade. Are you serious? The dog wants back in. I don't know if I should let him in at this point. He wanted out. He's up. Let's see. Oh, you live out there now. Alright. So I am going to gloss over the eyes. There's a little something. Alright, I gotta let the dog in again. Come on. Hurry up. There we go. Sorry if I bumped the camera too much. Okay. I think it's looking pretty cute. I'm not sure. I want to make the mouth a little more, add more coloring to the mouth, the red, because there's not very much reddish. I'm just trying to figure out if I need to add more color for the creases. Like you can kind of see the creases in certain lighting, but some you can't. I think my brush is getting too dry. And I'd kind of like bigger spots. Let's see. Bigger spots on you. I think that would be cute. I'm trying to think here. What do we want to do? Let's paint the bottoms of the feet maybe a little, and the hands. Maybe just the creases for right now before we move on. Hopefully I'm in range. I was thinking about adding some pink to the feet. I just don't know. I didn't do any veining or anything like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. I mean, he would have veining, right? He's a creature alive. And I did do some mottling, I guess, on the cheek. And I guess the rest of it too, but it kind of disappeared on me, but that's okay. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Creases, no creases. Just wanted to take a small break from the babies, the other babies, but and paint this guy for now. So he's fun to paint, and I'm curious to see what he looks like in that onesie and diaper. I think that's going to be hilarious and adorable. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be super cute. Okay, so we got a little bit of coloring there. I still think I need to go darker. I don't know, it's hard to tell that there's color, but I did add color to that. At least for me, it's hard to tell. I think I gotta go over it a lot. It's That's why when people say, like, how many layers of this color or that color do you do? I have no idea. I don't know of anybody that just, like, oh, I see a hair here now. I don't know of anybody that, like, counts the layers that they do. It does not want to come out. Here. Okay. Oh, I didn't see who messaged me. That's okay. I will get back to you in a bit. A little bit. Not right now. Busy. I can not have anybody message me all day. As soon as I sit down to paint, I've got everybody messaging. Suddenly, everyone has something to say, so that's okay. I eventually get back to people. I feel so bad when I go to bed and somebody sends me a message and I'm thinking, oh, it's too late, I'm sorry, I'll get back to you tomorrow, kind of thing. But then I kind of lay there in bed thinking, like, oh, I didn't say anything. Oh, well. Like I said, I do get back to people. Just not if it's late at night, then I want to sleep. Or I try to shut down, you know, the Reborn stuff at night, otherwise I get stressed and can't sleep. So I have to turn it off, so to speak, at night. Okay. I don't know still if you can tell or not, but this one's got creases and this one does not. You can kind of tell. Alright, so I'm going to start painting this one too, otherwise this one's going to be far behind. And I am painting in lamp lighting this evening. I'm not doing anything overly like sensitive that I need the light, right? So just like I would paint hair in the evening as well. Which I should be rooting, but I would really like to paint, so I haven't been able to do much painting lately, so I just kind of want to get some painting in when I can. School is starting back up very soon, so I should be able to get more videos done, which will be so nice. Although I have to readapt to getting up early. And I got up at 8 this morning. That's pretty early considering I was getting up at like 10 before. And I think the mailman knows that I sleep in because he drops off packages at like 7 something in the morning and knows that I'm sleeping. And it's like, oh. So then I have to get up, let the dogs out, and then get the mail. And he usually waits around too, which is good, but also bad because then no matter how long I take, he's waiting. And now that school's going to be starting up again, he won't deliver probably until 9 again like he did before. Because he knows I'm up. Feels kind of like he's my dad or something. Get up. It's late. Wasting your day in bed. And I'm like, I'm up, you should be up. Okay, so how does that look? Looks pretty good. Although it looks like this one has more creases than this one. I worked on this one for a long time. I don't know. We'll try and go over it again. Maybe I was just dabbing too much. And so I was taking too much paint. So if you just lightly, then it just grabs a little bit instead of all of it, sort of thing. Turn them over. See if they look the same. Like I said, I like to flip the, like usually just the head. I like to flip the head over, make sure that both sides of the face look the same. The brush is getting dry, so, which is good. I actually prefer applying the color when the brush is a little bit dry. Okay, so now it looks like I need more color on this one, at least to me. Trying to get out a bunch of paint. And then we'll just go over. And I want to do the nails because they definitely need color. Okay. Let's flip. Like I said, it's hard to tell in this lighting. I prefer painting in the sunlight, but there's not enough daytime anymore. Seems like I get up and it's time to go back to bed. I still don't see very much color. I've got fuzz or something in my hair. Oops, I accidentally touched. I still wonder if I should add blushing. I'm gonna have to look at more of the green, baby, and see. Hi. I've looked at all kinds of pictures, and I don't know, it's hard to find anywhere that you can see. You know, the coloring and whatnot. So I'm just not sure what to do about that. Keep checking the camera, make sure it didn't cut me off. It'd be nice if it had a indication sound, but maybe it does and I turned it off, I don't know. I'll have to look. That would be kind of a nice thing to have. Then it wouldn't be all Oh, surprise. You're talking to no one now. Oh, just as I was saying, it did turn off. So, anyhow, here are the feet. I think they look pretty good. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, and the thing is, these don't turn either. It is actually sewn onto the limb. Like, there's no channels that they like the head has. Here, there's no channel, and so I can't take the limbs off. They're sewn into the vinyl, which is unfortunate. So it is what it is, I guess. I have to work with what I've got. I'm just going to hopefully, I'm kind of in view. This is kind of tricky. I'm just make sure that we get all the paint off, because yeah, see, there's a spot accidentally hitting the brush where I don't want to. There's a little bit of creases in here, so just like really light. So I'm just kind of going over that very carefully. It's going to be hard seeing what I'm doing here, but I think you can kind of tell. I touched both fingers that time. Fingers, I guess, claw. This looks like a claw to me. I think that's looking pretty good. I think that's supposed to be there. A little, like the black or darker green. Oh, it's not completely black, but I did add black to it to get the darker shade. Which I like that, actually. It looks nice. I mean, he's got some blushing in his face. So I'm kind of thinking that he should have blushing in his hands and feet. Like I said, I'm not sure. I wanted to go for like realism, but I don't know if that's what he actually looks like. So I'm not sure if I should go that far. Because it'd be kind of blah just to leave it like this, I think, though. Maybe I'll add a bit of color. Just a little touch of pink, just so it looks alive. And not just green. Just keep blending and blending and going around and around till you get the right shade or look. Oop. Whoops. Kind of caught it, at least it didn't touch my clothes. That's good. Should not be wearing like clothes that you like while you paint anyway, right? I put those smocks on us, or old shirts that people would donate to the school, so that you didn't mess up your good school clothes. I always felt so embarrassed wearing those because it was usually somebody's like really big shirt. There's little creases by the armpit area. And I didn't paint all that close to the body because I didn't want to make it green. That's why there's tape around his legs, to protect the body when I was painting the feet. I just didn't take it off. Okay, try to put the hands together to make sure the creases match and color and all of that. I think it looks good actually though. A little bit more. Hopefully I'm within still. Oops. Okay, let's. So at some points I grab his head, make sure that he matches. He looks like a little E.T. thing, right? Like the body reminds me of E.T. Which E.T. is really creepy, but I don't really find Yoda to be too creepy. So this is the color that I used. Oops, not there. For my yesterday babies. But I'm thinking I want to use this one. This is Naples Yellow Hue. Oh, there's a sticker on this one too. There you go. So this is kind of like a pale yellow. I don't know. It's not too pastel-y. I don't know how to explain it. It's a nice yellow. So I think I want his nails to be like this color. It is pretty similar to the other. The other one looks just a bit peachy. That's raw sienna there. And like I said, it's just a bit peachy. So I want to do another little drop. Mix it up. And then I'm not going to put as much of my airbrush stuff. You want high flow medium. That should be good. So I want this to be a bit darker or thicker or however. I don't want to thin it out as much. Because I want to paint his nails with it. Let's see, do I have a better paintbrush? I'm always like grabbing new paintbrushes. Alright, let's grab. Should have done the blushing first, maybe. I'm gonna use a dryish brush and then maybe it'll apply easier, but we're gonna have to go over this a lot because this nail doesn't have like any paint and it's green. So easier if it was already yellow, but since it's not, I have to make it yellow. And that's gonna take a while. But here's the first layer. That's So I think I'll work my way around. So I'll start at the toenail and get all the way around. And it's hard to see this one. The light doesn't reach. Just some like little paint bubbles. And I don't want them to be there. Okay, and then to avoid touching the feet at all, I'm just going to hold this arm here. Okay, and then back around. So the side will be dry. There's just a little hair on here. Like a little bit of too much. There we go. And then some on the edge there. So I want it nice and clean. I like some of those factory painted things that you see, and there's paint all, you know, you've paid like $60 for the thing and it's got paint everywhere. Not in the lines, and it's like, this was $60. I just don't want that reaction with Yoda. I mean, Green Baby. I called him Green Child, but I think I like Green Baby better. Alright, I hope my head's not in the way. Starting to change color a bit, but if I remember correctly, it's pretty dark, like a solid kind of tan color, so a little ways to go. But they're starting to get there. Still looks like some sort of dinosaur or something hands. Oops, I just realized I am painting the wrong hand first. I didn't finish this one. We'll come back to the other. Feels like painting someone's nails. I guess I sort of am. Oh, they're starting to get there. It's looking better. I don't know, is this my third or fourth time around? I've lost track now. Oh, that's not looking good. Take that off. Okay, I think I need to let these dry because I'm getting to them a little too quick. Okay. So, what should we do next? Let's add a bit of blushing, I think, to the mouth. He needs more coloring in his mouth, I think. So, I'm going to use this Naphthol. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's red medium. And it's a pretty dark shade of red. I like it. And I like to make it a bit darker as well, but as you'll see, it will lighten up. No, I don't want that. It'll lighten pretty much like the color next to it over here. Once I add in the airbrush stuff, the thinning medium. Okay, so I'm going to add a bit of burnt umber as well, and this will make it just a bit more deeper red, which is what I'm looking for. I want a nice deep crimsony red. See, right now it's a nice dark red. I don't know if I can bring it up. Oh. I can kind of tell it's a nice deep red. I just don't want to spill any of these paints on me. That would be awful. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna add in a bit of the retarder again, just a spot. There we go. Mix it in really good. And then I'll grab the air dry medium, although you want high flow, like I said. And then, now that I think about it, I might have put a little too much. That's okay. Now we've got kind of a raspberry red, kind of a purpley reddish, which is fine. So I'm thinking I want to add some blushing. I'm not sure which sponge I want to use. Maybe this one. This is just a dry sea sponge. And I want it to be dry so that it'll keep its shape and pattern, of course. Okay. So I just want to make sure my sponge is good to go, because this will dry quicker and I don't want it to. I'm just going to apply some to his little cheekies. This is kind of hard to apply because it doesn't, like, the vinyl's hard and then the sponge is dry, and so it's, yeah, this is interesting. It's been a learning experience with this harder vinyl to paint this guy. almost sent the sponge flying, which would not be good. Okay, and I want to put a bit around the eyes. I like this nice kind of purpley red. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to hold him. Because I want to keep the eyes. I don't think I could repaint them. So these are the original eyes. I still hope I'm in frame. To look at this guy in the sunlight tomorrow and get pictures. I'm also on Instagram, and I did put one picture up on Instagram. Just look up CuteNCuddlyNursery, all lowercase, all one word, no spaces or anything like that. Sorry if my head's in the way, I'm just trying to follow those really thin lines around the eyes and add color. So, and then I want to add a bit of color to the nose. And then inside the mouth. And yeah, the lips a bit too. And then the mouth, the bottom of the lips. It was amazing how much they don't add color. Like it was barely painted. Okay, I'm just trying to think if I want to add any blushing at all. A little bit color in the ears. I was a little worried about adding color in the ears at all, but I was looking at pictures and videos, and he does have color inside the ears, so I've added a little bit, but not a whole lot. Well, it's supposed to be like a transparency though. So I haven't added a whole lot of color in the ears. Oh. Marty's trying to get cozy. Okay, it looks like the one eye, like I need more color here, so I'm just gonna flip him upside down. I'm not sure. Oops. Wish this showed up better. It looks like really light on the camera, really light green, but it's actually quite dark. Like I said, I wanted him to be darker though. So I think the older version is darker color, and so I wanted mine to also be darker color. Sorry about that. Okay, just using my brush and going in and adding a little bit of pink, not a whole lot. Just kind of letting the bristles like barely touch. Just to get those higher points, and then I can blend it. He looks like a frog and he eats frogs. I guess I didn't add as much of the red over here as I did there, so it doesn't look as uniform. Okay. Sorry if I'm not within, I gotta be able to see this, unfortunately. I don't want to end up with a weird looking Yoda baby. Green child. So oh yeah, I wanted to do bigger green spots as well. Let's see, let's do that. And then I'll get back. So how do we do the bigger green spots? I mean, I have this sponge, but it's not very uniformy. Let's see what it looks like. Excuse me. Let's see what it looks like. And if it's not good, we'll just wipe it up with the sponge. Okay, I'm gonna make him look like a giraffe. This might be too big of spots, or not big enough, I don't know. Or not dark enough, actually. Let's do a little bit darker. I'm gonna grab the black again. And I put just another little bit on the end, so have the brush. I might need a little bit more now that I put the paint back. Oh, that's too much. Alright, let's see how it looks. I put a little too much there. It looks like a gray, black, green. That may work. Okay. Do I want to try, is there another, this is a little, one of those other sponges, but I don't think it'll create what I want it to. Let's see, what does this one look like? Oh, it's too close to pattern together. And just kind of make patterns here and there. I don't know. You can kind of tell on the ear there. This part would be good like if you had a airbrush, I think. I wonder if I should go over the creases with this too, maybe. It would show up better, maybe, than the other. I don't know. Seems to be. It just looks like it's blending in. And there's a shadow there. I was like, why is that so dark there? And just the one spot I thought I messed up a little bit now. It's just dark here. Because there's a little divot in the, it's part of the mold. Super cute. Okay. I think I'm gonna call that quits for the evening. And hopefully I'll have this guy done soon. And he is on Etsy, like I said, as a sneak peek. So, and there's a few people that had him in their carts. So if you want him, grab him quick, because I don't know if I'll be making any more like this. I'm thinking of getting the bigger one that everyone has. Wish I could show you his actual color. Maybe you can kind of tell down here, but in that light it's hard to tell. So it's too bright. But he's actually much darker green. It's a really nice shade of green. I don't have anything to compare it to, but yeah, he's looking really nice. So I do want to paint little white hairs like he had originally. Here on the ear, little bit on the ears, a little bit on the head, because I cannot root this. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to finish painting the nails, and hopefully I'll be back with another video finishing him or just showing him off. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful evening.